Hi friends, I'm here to talk about crisis communication and specifically the magic of crisis communication. Wikipedia says, and I quote, crisis communication is a subspecialty of the public relations profession that is designed to protect, defend an individual, company, or organization facing a public challenge to its reputation. End of quote. A simple explanation for what is truly a very vital function or a task for any brand and company. Due to the instantaneous nature of today's news media, especially the online news media, it has now even become much more important ever for companies and brands to be able to respond quickly and confidently when a crisis situation occurs. According to Business Continuity Institute, there are almost 84% of companies which they surveyed which already claimed to have a crisis communication plan ready. That's a remarkably high number. And yet, a majority of them said when probed that they are not confident of the level of preparedness of the crisis situation. While all these organizations and brands recognize the importance of crisis communication and are investing very heavily in these plans, but they today feel as unprepared as ever before. As the cliche goes, every crisis is an opportunity. The word crisis originates from Greek and it means decisive movement. How apt is that? Imagine crisis word itself means decisive movement. Well, all of us as professionals need to identify crisis as an opportunity. This is our moment to not just deliver, but actually to make a difference. You can pick any crisis situation across the brand and you can trace back the pivotal role the communication plays in either resolving or, for that matter, aggravating that crisis or that situation. Crisis communication is not just one of the skills we need as a professional operating in the field of management or on communications, but it is one of the vital skills. I would, in fact, go to the extent and say it's not just a business skill, it's a life skill. Yes, we all need it in our day to day life. And in fact, some of us practice it right from the adolescence when we have a crisis situation at our school, our college, or with our parents, in our personal lives. So, this is truly a life skill to have. Preparing ahead for a crisis ensures relevant personnel can quickly and effectively communicate with each other during the moments which matter. Sharing of information that allows organization to quickly rectify a situation, protect customers, employees, and assets, and also ensure business continuity. Very important. Magic of good crisis communication lies in the building blocks it stands on. The foundation is laid by intent. What is intent of the communication? What is the authenticity of the message? And the messenger goes in a long way in driving credibility and creating trust. Like, like all good plans, planning is key here. Anticipation and visualization of real world situations tend to be very, very important. And a practical approach is required here, not just PowerPoint SOPs. We have seen time and time again where brands and companies react to adversity in an insensitive way, especially where crisis involves human emotions. This is a fit example to not able to visualize a real world situation and reaction to adversity. By merely following a PowerPoint based SOPs is going to put you in a very, very awkward and a difficult situation. Empathy. It's an overused word in the area of communications. Especially in all communication rooms, we throw around this word very casually. However, the true extent of its value is often not understood very correctly, especially when we are dealing with crisis, which has resulted in human tragedy and loss of human lives. So be empathetic is a very, very basic skill in communication, but often in the wake of crisis, this is a skill which many of us forget about. The first step for successfully managing crisis is the speed of response. The sooner you take charge of the situation, the higher your chances are of to minimize its impact and effects. Recognize and acknowledge that there is a problem and you are doing your best to solve it for it to regain trust, not only of the stakeholders, but regaining trust of all constituents, including media, is a very, very critical step and often not followed by many of us. The role of sensitizing the top management and the leadership is very critical. There can be gaps in vision and understanding. Therefore, multiple discussions and regular interface on these topics are important. Crisis communication modules and trainings need to be regular feature and not just once in a business lifetime or lifetime of that business event in a communication room. We often see in various communication rooms or communication teams, oh, we did a crisis communication training and then we forget about it. This is to be repeated regularly again at various intervals, depending on the nature of the business and brands and operations. Extremely, extremely important step. The base rule or the very basic rule is that the communication should be in real time in a crisis situation. This ensures that all stakeholders, including employees, media, etc., have access to the most up-to-date information as the emergency unfolds. Effective communication with media is essential. Extremely important because media not only takes our word forward, they also shape the opinion and they dictate how the company is perceived in the larger audience. Media defines and leads public narrative. Effective and timely communication ensures not only the crisis response is effective, but also shapes how people perceive the brand and the organization. Over the years, crisis has proved to be a turning point for many. But the great companies and the brands have used it almost as a springboard to either alter the path of their progress or to fortify their purpose. That's the magic of crisis communication. It is not just about preparing to douse the fire, but it is about lighting a new candle.